4 tips to help Maeve lose 3 stone of body fat and get abs. Maeve transformed her physique, losing 3 stone of body fat and adding the muscle to her lower body that she'd always wanted. In this video, I'm going to go over 4 points that I implemented in her program in order to get her this body shape in the simplest way possible. So I'm Tom. I'm an in-person and online coach and have been for the past 6 years. I take people from feeling unconfident in their body shape and not knowing what to do in the gym to losing 2 to 3 stone of body fat, and I've helped 250 people do this, as well as adding shape to their body and building the confidence they've always wanted. Off the bat, if you want to get the same results as I've described Maeve has, and you want to lose 2 kg inside of a 4-week period completely for free, then join my free fat loss kickstart. The link's in the description to apply for it. So the first tip is her knowing exactly what she's doing and why she's doing it. A lot of the time, people will go into the gym and they'll do certain exercises and they'll not really understand what's going on, why they're doing it. And that's the reason they don't continue those exercises 5, 6, 7 weeks down the line. With Maeve, I gave her a training plan that was specific to her goals. Because of the fact that it was so tailored to exactly what she wanted to achieve, I explained to her at the start, this is why we're doing this exercise. This is why we're sticking to this calorie target. This is why we're eating this food. If you know exactly why you're doing something, you're going to be way more likely to stick to it, just like Maeve was. So you need to have a clear plan from the get-go, know exactly why you're doing what you're doing, and that will keep you motivated when it gets tough day to day. Second thing we focused on is getting as strong as possible in the gym. Stronger you are, the more muscle you're going to have. And I know if you're a female watching this, you're worried about building all this extra muscle and bulk, not liking the way you look and kind of appearing manly. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about adding that female definition and tone to where it's a bit of muscle, but it's more just shape. If you think about it, more like shape to your body, and it's that little bit of muscle that's going to make you look the way you want to look, and it's going to help you fit your clothes in the best way possible, and it's going to give you that definition you've always wanted, as you can see on the screen. Getting stronger is the key that most females miss out on. Number 3 is we went at her pace. We went at a pace that she could handle. What do I mean by this? We did not start an extremely aggressive diet straight away. We did not start all these crazy complex exercises. We did not try to train 5 or 6 days per week to start off. We started from the ground and worked our way up. You need to not go 100 miles per hour in your fat loss or your training journey, because you're never going to get anywhere. You're going to fall off of the plank and it's too hard to stick to. You're going to find it too difficult. It's going to be absolute hell. And you're like, what's the point of even doing this if I'm just going to suffer the whole time? Do a plan that's sustainable to stick to, and then slowly work your way up as time goes on. Another super important factor, and the final point, is we structured in diet breaks and diet refeeds. This is super key when you have more than 2 stone of body fat to lose. You're not going to be able to lose the weight all in one go. You need to factor in meals out, untracked meals. You need to factor in maybe an untracked day if you've lost a lot of weight and you're starting to struggle. If you can factor in diet breaks where you eat slightly higher calories, then you're going to find it much easier. Here's one more tip actually with this. For most clients, what I'll do, especially if they're in a fat loss phase, is I'll structure in one day of the week that's a refeed day. Now, it doesn't mean you're eating a crazy amount of extra calories, but for talk's sake, say I was to eat 2,000 calories Monday through to Saturday, and Sunday I would eat 2,500 calories. So eating an extra 300, 400, 500 calories one day a week will keep you sane and allow you to lose more body fat over time, because it'll be easier. Appreciate you staying to the end and watching this video. If you want to get the exact same results like Maeve, also, I've got a free fat loss kickstart. It's a free 30-day kickstart. We can lose up to 2 kg of body fat while learning training in the gym and learning how to sustainably lose body fat. That's in the description of this video. And also, if you want to follow me on Instagram, that's also in the description of this video if you want to get more fat loss tips like this. Have a good day.